Okay. Um, Hi, my name is Danny Dunn. My name wasn't supposed to be on it, but here we go. I just finished watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I wanted to start with how I saw a modern family topic. And the modern family topic that I'm choosing is choosing love and life and a life partner. And the tenet of that I really want to focus on is how Joy, her relationship with her mom, she's normally stonewalling, and she has a fearful attachment type to her mom, and she typically has a stonewalling communicative response, and you can see the fearful part of it when they're just arriving at her house. It's that timestamp 501 when Becky and Joy are arriving, and um, Joy wants to talk to her or comes over, and Becky urges her to talk to her mom about talking to the grandfather and being all honest and open with the grandfather about their lesbian relationship. Um, and so she is that fearful attachment style, and doesn't want to, and because she's afraid of being rejected, and she needs some encouragement from her partner to go and have that conversation with her mom, which doesn't go well, of course. Um, okay. And then to hop into the theories, the two theories I'm going to talk about are family development theory and social exchange theory. So I'm going to start with family development theory. And really, I'm just going to talk about how I perceive the three different generations and the stage that they're in. And so the first one, I'm just going to talk about the main characters, two of the main characters, Evelyn and Waymond, where they are. They're in the launching children and moving on stage and family development theory. And one of the tasks is accepting. One of the tasks is accepting um, changes between their relationship and like an acceptance of them as an individual, from it going to like a um, dependent to like caretaker relationship to an adult relationship, and that is like accepting who who Joy is. And I saw that at 1 hour 1:55:21. I'll put this in the comments so that you can also see it from there. I'll put my outline in there. And so Evelyn and Waymond well, specifically Evelyn is accepting of who Joy is. Next, we're going to talk about Gong. He changes into accepting Joy and Becky, and so he's in the later stage of becoming an older adult in the family, and he accepts Becky as girlfriend. He says girlfriend at hour 2:03:02, and he is and part of that is the task there is putting yourself on the back end. What your life is not the main focus anymore. You're kind of getting eased out. I know that sounds pretty awful when I'm saying it like that, but he is accepting that his generation standards aren't the same as standards that apply to Joy and Becky. So he's accepting of that. So he's accepting of that transition. Well, not that transition, of that change, um, rather than being all up and judgmental and, oh, you can't do this. So that is a transition, I would say. Um, and then um, from um, and then I would just say that Becky and Joy are starting their relationship, and um, part of my thought process with family development theory is that because marriage is not necessarily a um, requirement anymore to have a family, I kind of think that because Joy and Becky have a serious committed relationship, that they're living together, um, that they are technically in the newly married phase um, because they are starting that relationship. So, and so that's not specifically stated, but they arrive together, and they don't. Joy doesn't live at home, and that's at timestamp 310. And so they are starting their own family. Then now I'm going to transition to social exchange theory. And I want to first start with rule of distributive justice, where Waymond at the beginning is issuing a divorcement between him and Evelyn, because the rule of distributive justice is both partners need to feel like they're both contributing equally to the relationship. Otherwise, one partner is going to feel really bad, and the other partner is going to think much, much less of that partner. And Evelyn even states, "Sometimes I wonder how he would have survived without me." At timestamp 7:55, talking about Waymond, and I believe that is why that Waymond wants to get divorced, or at least talk about divorcement, so that they can, because he is not feeling like he feels like he's much more reliant on Evelyn, um, and there's also, um, she doesn't show affection anymore, and she used to. She doesn't like believe in him, and she used to, and those are all um, things that were rewards of the relationship that now aren't there, and um, anyways. Um, and then I second want to talk about costs. So, costs are the negative things that come with the relationship. And I specifically want to talk about the opportunity cost that Evelyn sees that she has by marrying Waymond, because she gets to see herself in an alternate universe where she knows Kung Fu and is a movie star. And that's at timestamp 48:25. And that's just one alternative universe where she is much more successful because she left him, um, and didn't go with him. And so she had significant opportunity costs. There's other alternatives that she missed out on, but she didn't know that she missed out on it until she got to see into an alternative universe. So it's hard for her to have made that decision because she didn't know. Um, but when she did, she even said, "Can I go back? I want to go back." And then um, I also want to talk about costs, but also with human beings, of the assumption that human beings are rational. So Joy didn't want to keep being around Evelyn because the costs were too high. She didn't, there was no profit from the relationship. And so Joy just said, "Let me go, leave me alone." And I think she says, quote, "I don't want to hurt anymore. When I'm with you, it hurts the both of us." And that's at timestamp 1:59:13. And that is um, because the costs are so high that there's no profit in the relationship. And so um, Joy wants a dissolution of the relationship. Even though it's not necessarily a romantic one, it is a family relationship, and she feels like there's no profit in keeping it. So that is my quick presentation. Like I said, I'm going to throw the timestamp below, or all the different timestamps. I'm going to put my outline down below so that you can take a look at it and make sure we're all good there. Anyways, thank you.